Hello, everybody. It is Monday, and it is time for our Divine Masculine reading today. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. I know it's Monday. Hopefully you had a good weekend. And I'm happy to be here to do this reading for you, and I'm very grateful that you're here to be a part of it. So if you guys are here, you are in a twin flame relationship, and most likely your divine masculine is not currently around, or maybe they're in and out, kind of coming in and out of your life, back and forth a little bit here and there, popping in whenever they feel like it, and then taking off whenever they feel like it. And you might not feel like you have a whole lot of control of what's going on in this dynamic with this other person. And maybe things were going really, really well for a period of time, and you were in what some people call the bubble love phase. I don't really like calling it that. But it is a common term in the twin flame community. I think it's more of an activation phase. You are being activated and initiated into your spiritual awakening. And that is why things have happened between you and your divine masculine the way that they have. Now, everyone's journey is unique and everyone's journey is different. But what is always the same is the activation period is a very blissful period, a very connected period. You don't know that they are your twin flame. You just think you've met an incredible person, and you have a lot of, hopes and desires and expectations of where this relationship is going to go. You feel like you've met the one, but things dissolve at some point and confuse the heck out of you. And then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, they're running from you, they're taking off, they're not responding anymore the way that they used to. You felt so connected and so synced up with this person, and then all of a sudden they just kind of seem like they're not really around, not really available anymore. And it's devastating, because for me, it was like finding an oasis in the desert coming across my twin flame. And of course, it was during a very difficult period of time in my life already, which is typical of meeting your twin. Usually your life is kind of going in a direction. You don't really realize that you're not happy with it. Like, you kind of know you're not, but you maybe have just accepted that it is what it is. Maybe you've been in a relationship that you weren't happy in, or a marriage. It could be just an overall life experience. Like, you're just kind of going through the motions, like a robot, just living, feeling like, well, this is just all it's going to be. This is all it will ever be. And you're just doing the daily grind, but you're not really happy. And sometimes you know that you're not happy, and other times you're not, like, you don't really know that you're not happy. You kind of do, but you kind of don't. And then you meet this person, and it's like literally like an oasis in the desert. You have not had a drink in forever. You've been wandering for ages in the wilderness, and then all of a sudden this oasis appears, and you've got like shade and water and abundance, and it's beautiful and amazing, and you feel so good. And then all of a sudden, like a mirage, it just disappears, and you're stuck in the desert again, and you're like, what the? Yeah. You go into the dark night of the soul. It feels absolutely awful when this happens. And it is not like a depression that you've ever experienced before. The dark night of the soul is something much, much more. Again, this is an initiation. The dark night of the soul is one of the first stages of your initiation into your spiritual awakening. The reason why you met your twin flame. And So people are always looking up, steps and stages of the twin flame experience, or, steps and stages to union, trying to understand the runner chaser phase. All these are just labels, you guys. Nobody's journey is going to look like anyone else's journey. Yours is going to be completely unique to you and your twin flame. So I don't really think that there are actual, real and true steps and stages that anyone's journey follows. I mean, there's definitely certain things that are kind of the same for everyone, that are sort of universally experienced. However, things are going to happen in different orders and different ways. You're going to have a completely different story, a completely different experience of this than anyone else that you meet. Now, it's very, very nice to have a community of other people that are going through this, which is what we offer here at the Conduits. So that you have other people that you can talk to, because this can feel like a very lonely journey. But you are not alone. There are others. I just want you to always remember that your journey is going to be unique. It's never going to look like anyone else's. And the mind can grab a hold of other people's experiences and try to use that as part of the, the steps and stages, the figuring things out. That's all mind stuff. And your journey is going to be yours and yours alone. It's not meant for your mind to figure it out. If it was easy for the mind to figure out, you wouldn't go through a spiritual awakening. You're meant to transcend the mind. And how do you do that? By recognizing that you are not the mind. You are something much deeper. And at the bottom of the deck today, we have the Lovers upright. Woo, woo, woo. The Lovers. The Lovers. All right, well, let's see. I've got the 11 right here, you guys. Look, Lovers, the 11. Of course, I have to have that as the 11 right there, because we all know what that means, right? All right, let's find out what's going on with your masculine. So the overall for this reading today, and aren't these cards incredible, you guys? They're so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see how beautiful the artwork is on these, but they're really pretty. The overall for the reading today is the Lovers, which is partnership, deep love, the two of you wanting to be together, divine masculine longing for you, you longing for them, but there being like kind of a pull, a magnetic pull between the two of you. And you're looking for ways to be together. So that's the overall for the reading today, which is a very positive start, I would say. Maybe some of you are still in the very early stages of this experience with your divine masculine, and you might still be in, the initiation bubble love phase. Maybe that could be coming to an end. Maybe it's recently ended and the two of you are still kind of in communication. But that's, or you guys could be starting to come back together towards union. So let's see what the cards tell us today. In recent past, the responsibility for past decisions and past energy is at the forefront for divine masculine. They are seeing how cause and effect really works in their day-to-day life. What's happening right now in divine masculine's life at this time is more of a reflection of before they really met you, divine feminine. It's the karmic situations. It's the the family relationships. It's the job. It's the day-to-day grind. It's the going to work and coming home and kind of, doing the same routine over and over and over again. Basically trying to live up to the values and the expectations that the world has put on divine masculine. And they're really seeing how decisions that they have made in the past are coming full circle and kind of showing up. The results of those things are showing up in divine masculine's life. When divine masculine first met their karmic person, whoever they have had a relationship with, that has most likely intervened somewhat with the relationship that they've had with you. This may be a relationship that they had recently gotten out of before they met you. It could be a relationship that they had started maybe before they met you. They could have been in it while they met you. But this relationship, what drew them in was that this person had an independence and kind of a sass about them that they were attracted to. But after the initial excitement of the earlier parts of the relationship kind of started to become cold. The things that were attractive were more surface level, and the core values that needed to be there, the things that truly connect people and create intimacy, were not there. And it looks like there was probably some betrayal, a lack of expectations being met, that took place and created a distance between divine masculine and this karmic situation. When they met you, divine feminine, you were like this beautiful source of peace, relaxation. They felt like they were at home with you. And this really stood out to them dramatically because of what was going on over here. Sometimes in order to know what we want, we have to know what we don't want first. And once we know what we don't want and the experiences that can sometimes be a little bit traumatic, it can really make what we do want stand out. That's what I see having happened between the two of you, divine feminine. Your divine masculine really felt like, wow, this person gets me. This person really sees me. They see who I am. They really, they like me. They're attracted to me. They think that I'm beautiful or handsome, and they want to be around me. They enjoy being near me. And that was extremely alluring to divine masculine because they had been kind of wandering in the desert, and you appeared as an oasis out of nowhere for them. And that's how they saw you, and that's still how they see you today. If you guys have not already, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, we are new, and it is extraordinarily helpful to us. So if you enjoy these readings and want more, please help us out by hitting the like and subscribe. Divine masculine is currently going through, it looks like some kind of an illness. It could be an actual physical illness, but it seems like it's more about not being mentally and emotionally well. They don't feel balanced. There's discord and anxiety and sadness, frustration, confusion, a complete lack of confidence that has kind of taken over divine masculine. And I think it's because they have been kind of, when things dissolved over here with you, divine feminine, and the running and the chasing started, it really, really freaked divine masculine out, because now they feel like they're kind of wandering in the desert alone again. They do not feel like they can go to you because they're not happy with who they are right now. And so it's really hitting divine masculine hard. And it looks like in the karmic situation between the divine masculine and their karmic partner, there is a complete disconnect. One person is feeling optimistic, which is the karmic, about the relationship and feeling like, oh, maybe we can make this work. Let's try to make this happen. Let's, figure out ways that we can come back together. But divine masculine's heart is just not in it. And the reason that divine masculine's heart isn't in it is because divine masculine's heart is with you. they really want to come together again and be with you. And they feel trapped in this existence that they know they created through past actions and energy. They just don't know how to make the changes that they need in order to get where they want to go. They know they're not happy. They don't want to hurt the karmic partner's feelings, but they're definitely not happy in it. And they can see that the karmic partner really wants to work things out, but you can see they've already turned their back towards it. They're just not in it anymore. Their heart is somewhere else. Currently, right now, towards you, divine masculine is probably spying on you. They are probably looking at you through social media. They're probably asking covertly people that they know how you're doing and what's up with you. They may even be like driving by your house sometimes, or purposely taking the long route so that they can drive by your work in hopes that they might be able to catch a glimpse of you. They're doing things maybe out of their normal routine, hoping that they can just maybe run into you somehow, because they don't know how to reach out and they don't know how to communicate with you. Like, I think that there's something that they feel like is blocking them from doing that. So they keep doing things to be seen by you somehow. Maybe they're even putting certain things on their own social media, trying to get your attention, and maybe even spark a little bit of like jealousy or something in hopes that you'll be the one to reach out. But divine masculine is definitely, they're being very creative about it. But they're definitely watching you somehow, in some way, from afar, from a distance. All right, so divine masculine in the near future is going to be feeling tied to their karmic situation through a fear of what's to come. So there's not a feeling of being emotionally and mentally connected to this person anymore. It's more based upon like day-to-day things. It's that they own a house together, or they have kids, or that they're still married, or they're in a relationship, or maybe this person is dependent on them for money, or maybe they're even somewhat dependent on the karmic partner for money. But what it's coming down to is worldly things that are keeping them attached, rather than a heart-centered true connection and intimacy with this person. So divine masculine does feel tethered and will continue to feel tethered for a period of time to this situation until they can figure out what they need to resolve it. In the future, their karmic partner is really going to try to hold on to them. They're going to apologize. They're really going to bend over backwards trying to please divine masculine in order to get them to want to stay. But divine masculine knows already that they are torn between two experiences, two worlds, two timelines, so to speak, which is the worldly ties that they have to this karmic situation and the love that they have for you that transcends those worldly things. They feel so good around you. They want to be around you. They miss you terribly. They think about you often, and nothing really seems to fill that void for them. However, they feel extraordinarily tied to this situation and don't really know, again, how to escape it. I think they're just sort of hoping for some kind of divine intervention. Toward you, divine feminine, in the future, divine masculine is still going to have some things that they really need to work out and work through. But they are so centered around you. They think about you all the time. Again, they're going to be driving by. You're going to probably run into them, and it's going to seem like a coincidence, but it may not be. Maybe divine masculine is taking the long way home to be able to drive by your house or shop at the same stores that they know that you shop at. So don't be surprised if you somehow run into divine masculine in the near future. But be prepared that divine masculine is still going to be working through a lot of these inner a lot of these inner ties that they have and these mental blocks that they have towards being able to make positive change to free themselves in order to be open and available for you. When you do run into them, know that their heart is in the right place. You stay focused on you, Divine Feminine, and everything is going to work out. Divine Masculine wants to be with you. You want to be with them. Trust the journey. Allow that process to take place, however long that takes. The most important thing that you can do is focus on you, because when you focus on you, Divine Masculine focuses on you. And when you focus on you and make sure that you're balanced and in harmony with your soul, then Divine Masculine is balanced and in harmony with you. You are that Divine Feminine, that positive connection to the soul, and everything kind of fractals out from there. So keep yourself centered on the bullseye, which is your soul. Trust the journey. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine cares very, very much about you. All right, I'm going to do an oracle card for you guys. All right, this is my Oracle of a Mentee deck. I really like this one. I haven't used it for a while, but I really do like this one a lot. It always has a lot of great advice, and it's, you know, based with Hermetic philosophy behind it, and the beautiful fixed laws of the universe, the foundation that our entire existence is built upon. And so that's one of the reasons why I just love this deck so much. So, all right, let's see what we have for today. I am forgiving. I am forgiving. All right, let's see what the book says here. All right. Now, I have never explored this, but I've heard other people talk about it. It's a Ho'oponopono. I think I said that correctly. I've heard other people talk about it. Ho'oponopono is an ancient Hawaiian practice which is believed to have been passed down through oral tradition from sage wisdom keepers of days gone by. The practice posits that in actively seeking forgiveness for transgressions, the spirit is healed, the gods are pleased, and balance is restored in family, friendships, and community. The word I'm so sorry that I cannot quite get this right here. Ho'oponopono, I think that's how you say it. The word Ho'oponopono is loosely interpreted as mental cleansing. Family conferences in which relationships were set right through prayer, discussion, confession, repentance, and mutual restitution and forgiveness. In a modern iteration of this ancient medicine, Dr. Ikalela Hugh Len devised the concept of self-identity through Ho'oponopono, which has updated the ritual into a simple yet powerful exercise. By stating, I love you, I'm sorry, which is what Ho'oponopono stands for. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. And then I gotta turn the page here, guys. Hold on one second. So by stating, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you to the person from whom you seek forgiveness, you simultaneously forgive and heal yourself. This act of awareness can serve as a reminder to embody the ideal of I am forgiving through the understanding that each encounter is but a looking glass for peering into your soul's reflection, just what the Twin Flame Journey is all about. Love the reflection, and the reflection will love you back. Condemn the reflection, and you may not like what you see. Forgive perceived imperfections and wrongdoing, as a heavy heart serves no one but the denser spirits of the underworld. In the divine architecture of experience, perhaps there are no mistakes, only lessons. To maintain a sense of divine harmony, remember to embody the ideal of forgiveness through tenderness, mercy, humility, and gratitude. Keep a feather heart by forgiving and letting go of the density of anger and judgment. The scale is best balanced with light and love. I think this is a really good card for today because so much of what we struggle with and wrestle with is a creation of our own. We wrestle with the mind, we wrestle with ideas, we wrestle with belief systems. And if we just stop and let go of those things and recognize that we are creating what we are wrestling with, and we just stop wrestling with it, all of a sudden the problems actually resolve themselves and disappear. So, Ramblin' Mike always says, forgiveness is for you, not for them. And I love that he always says that. It's one of my favorite things that he always affirms. People don't know that you have forgiven them, but you do. And if you carry around anger and frustration and, sadness and you're unable to forgive, you're the only one who wrestles with the experience of that. And so letting it go and forgiving the situation, not condoning the behavior, but forgiving the situation so that you can heal and move on, that's a gift for yourself. And sometimes people don't see forgiveness that way, but it is a true thing. Being able to forgive is a gift for yourself, not, again, condoning the behavior of others. You know what's right and what's wrong. And if you were wronged, you were wronged. But letting it go so that you can move on and live a peaceful and happy life, that's what you need to do with that, okay? And let them own their transgressions, and then you're no longer suffering as a result, of that. You don't become what you hate. So I love you guys. I hope this was a good reading for you. Let me know if you guys resonated with it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.